Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 107 of the Friggin Nerds Podcast. I am your host, Mario Lima, as always joined by my first mate of the Hufflepuff Marauders, my boy James. Expecto Go. What up, James?
What is up? Y'all better be careful out and see the Hufflepuff Marauders gonna be at you.
Ooh.
Let's believe.
Man,
bars.
It's scary out there. It's scary out there. But if you see the yellow sails, you know you're safe because we're there for you. Guys, this is the Friggin Nerds Podcast. Each week we get together here on twitch.tv/Friggin Nerds Media, bringing you guys the nerdy news you guys care about. Before that, let's get to our favorite segment. You know it, you love it. Let's hit him with that swear jar.
For gosh sake, watch your language.
Each week, the hosts are given a keyword that we are not allowed to say during the podcast. Each time that word is said by that specific host, they get a point. The host with the most points by the end of the episode will be our loser and have to endure the tragic 2 Birdie Bots every flavor beans. This week, we went back over to Patreon to skim the Patreon, see if there's any people who had some suggested words. And this week, our word was provided by our community member, Texas Chica.
Oh, no.
On Patreon. And the word was content.
Oh, no.
Content. Maybe not too bad. That's like one of James's staples. But
I think we can do it.
I think so. Last week was brutal. It was like,
bro, I think it was like almost 60 between us.
Yeah, because like I was up by like 20, then you were up by like 20. I forgot who. I think I lost, right? I think I lost.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so bad. But I think content we can maybe keep it down. We'll see. It's gonna be a hard one. So after the sentence, we can't say the word content. Starting right now. You're maybe nervous those long ones.
I do it the long one because if you say like now while I'm saying tent, I'm saying tent, not content. So
no.
I could come on, man. Come, man. You know what?
Had to happen.
We're good.
Had to happen to somebody. Anyways, speaking of tents, a lot of people were out pitching tents and having barbecues and enjoying the Super Bowl this past weekend with Go Niners, but unfortunately Niners somehow went down still. You no conspiracy here. I'm not saying the Super Bowl is fixed, but that was a cinematic ending to quite the bowl. How'd you enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday, James?
It was good. I actually after everything, before it was raid day in Pokemon Go. So
yes.
Me and the boys, we went out and did some shiny hunting raids for Hisuian Decidueye. And we did like 25 raids, got one shiny. I was just like, bro,
really?
They're killing this right now.
Some of those Niantic, come on, you guys
Niantic killing us. But I was about to say, but each group got a shiny, so it worked out.
As long as you get one, everybody gets one.
But Niantic, fix your stuff, man. But when we got back, I said I'm not cooking because I normally cook through Super Bowls. The kids usually look forward to me like making some chicken tenders and stuff with some like nachos and everything. I'm like, I'm not cooking this week because Sue had been out all week and I was like, I had already cooked Frito pie and like Alfredo. Like, I was like, I'm not cooking Super
Ooh.
Bowl. I was like, I'm just going to chill. So, Sue hooked us up with some nice little finger foods and everything, and threw in baked some wings right quick in the oven, threw some good sauce, and so we had the food there, we had the drinks there, desserts, and the game, and so it was a good time. It was fun having the kids watch it because they've been playing football now, so they're understanding the game more and more, and um, starting to appreciate the minutia and the fine details that it takes to become a football player, especially at this level and stuff. So they were enjoying the game. More so, Sue was enjoying the commercials or the ads and stuff. And so one of my favorites was the Dunkin' Donuts one,
Oh, the
which
best
came
one.
later. I think that was the best one,
That
like
was
by
the
far.
best one.
But I love the Deadpool one, but you only got a little bit, and they told you to go watch it online anyway. So,
Yeah.
um, I was just like half the trailers for that were half the trailers were like, "Yo, go watch it online." Outside of what Wicked, I think. So I was just like, whatever. So outside of that, the game was fun. Hearing Sue really just be like, man, they're so fast and they're so strong. It was kind of cool hearing that from an outside perspective, but appreciating that aspect of the game from an outside perspective. I was like, oh, I'm rubbing off on you. Because so many are like, yo, Taylor Swift, this is Taylor Swift's ball. I was like, yo, I
Oh my
love Taylor
gosh.
Swift. I love her. I love the relationship between her and Travis Kelce. I love it. Like, I love love. I love to see it. But let's don't get it twisted. You got a group of over 50 to 60 people between the players, trainers, coaches, like athletic trainers, like so many people involved on that sideline trying to get this award that they started way back in what I want to say maybe June
Yeah.
when training camp. So I was like, no, Taylor Swift, we love her. We appreciate the fandom and the Swifties come and enjoy the game. But this is about those 11 players on each side trying to go for that goal that they set out since June. So don't get it twisted. So it was cool to hear my wife kind of acknowledge that as well and stuff. But yeah, the game was fun and it was a thriller, not rigged. Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT, and I'll leave it at that.
Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, is gone and Mahomes is rising. He's still got some time to go, but he's tremendous. Like that, he saved that game for sure. Nail biter, man, nail biter.
Yes.
Seconds to get down that end zone. He made it happen himself. How many times did he run the ball himself? It was tremendous. But yeah, great game. How about them Chiefs? Tremendous.
I know.
Congrats.
Lauderdale said it. He was like, once they hit overtime, I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, because I was like looking at him like they at least I can think about 3 other Super Bowls where they came back after like being buried the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I think they're gonna come back. 49ers. I wanted the 49ers because they haven't had any love since what, 95, 94?
Yeah, it's been a minute since they won theirs. Yeah,
so
it was in the 90s.
I was hoping for, because like that was that very lucky game, that Lions game. I was like, oh, maybe it's their story. Maybe they were gonna finish the story, but not this year. Get them next year, and then hopefully maybe the Pats will be in there too. Who knows?
Maybe. I heard you watch the game, but from a different perspective, possibly.
Two perspectives. So
okay.
So obviously, as Pats Nation here, nobody throws Super Bowl parties over here if the Pats are in the Super Bowl. It's like I'm like, oh, we're not doing anything this year. And like Alicia's like, I don't want to give a shit because the Pats are in it. I'm like, so what? They weren't there like last year. So I'm like, all right, it's gonna be me and her tonight. So we watched it together, had some food, ordered some food, and all that. And yeah, they broadcasted it on CBS and on Nickelodeon for the first time, I guess.
Yeah.
And so Alicia was like, can we watch the SpongeBob one? And I said, I'll make a deal with you. You put that on the laptop, we keep the actual game on the big screen. And she's like, okay. Because like one, I was like looking at it from the content creator perspective, because I'm like, if this Deadpool thing drops, I gotta see it. And they had most of the ads during the SpongeBob broadcast, but not all of them.
Okay.
Because certain like beer ones and all that. So I was like, keep them both up. And man, the SpongeBob one was bananas. it was. I appreciated it because, you know, you talk kind of about, you know, others, you know, watching and kind of like, you know, seeing the game from their perspective. Lee kind of appreciated the game more watching it that way because it's more fun. Yeah. You know, every time you would see Travis on the sideline, it would put like little funny, like, you know, lower thirds of like Travis Kelce, you know, Taylor's boyfriend, really good at football, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool to see that way, but I definitely want to see it my traditional looks. I'm like trying to watch it. I'm like, it's Patrick talking. It's like, oh, I hope they get this touchdown, SpongeBob. It's like, just be quiet, man. Like, man, I missed the Kelce when he flipped out. I missed that during the SpongeBob thing, and someone was talking about it on Twitter. I'm like, when did that happen? I'm like, I missed it because I was too busy looking, seeing SpongeBob and Patrick talking about the game, and Larry the Lobster's running on the field during the play.
Yo, they actually had a streaker too on the field.
Yeah, they had like streakers out there, and oh my god, it was insane. And Dora the Explorer would come out. That's what I kind of liked. I was like, for the kids and like maybe other people who just don't understand football, they would explain certain things about, like, you know, holding, if something, if like, you know, if a certain penalty happened, Dora the Explorer would pop up and be like, you know, where are we going? Oh my
gosh, she always explains anything.
Yeah, she's like,
Anyway,
she's like, this is what the flag means on the play, or it's like, you know, where are we going? 5 yards back. Where are we going? 5 yards back. So it was fun. It was a little fun for the whole family, but you know, still, you know, it's still either way, tremendous game. No matter what filter you're looking at it through. Great halftime show. Probably in the top 10.
Bro.
Probably in the top 10.
Yes. Yeah, I was about to say, what do you score at a halftime show?
It was up there, man, because like, you know, I always base it because like I really enjoyed I think it was like it must have been 2 years ago now. Who did it last year?
Rihanna.
It was Rihanna last year. That's right. The year before was like Snoop Dogg, Eminem. Like that was like the nostalgia act too. But this was nostalgic too. Just like of like all the Usher tunes. Lil Jon came out. Ludacris came out. Just insane. I think it's gotta be a 9 out of 10. I think it was good. Like some people are complaining that Justin Bieber didn't come out to sing with him. Some people are speculating Taylor was going to come out and sing all that. But I mean, Usher, man,
just got finished singing.
Yeah, but like Usher got it going, like still got it going on. He's over there roller skating, which is like an old school thing, man.
Bro,
you know.
So there's a backstory to the roller skating thing, because I think he had a birthday party there at the rolling rink. So, well, anyway, he loves roller skating first and foremost, and you can tell it was just a callback to like his life and everything, not only through songs but just perspectives and stuff. But anyway, he loves to roller skate. Like if you follow him on IG and stuff like that, you'll see him like just dancing, killing it on the roller rink. And he's already has a show there in Vegas. And so you can tell he's been performing a lot, because homie was in shape, because he wasn't not only singing his stuff, he was dancing, which is why the dude was like sweating like crazy. And so
I'm shocked they used backtracks for his vocals, because you could tell he was singing. He was like,
yes,
caught up, caught up. That was crazy.
Yes. And so the fact that he was doing that, I think has this the score high up for me. I just felt that, and I was talking with my cousins and stuff. We were like arguing on Facebook. I was just like, it just felt like the songs were too rushed. Not a lot of them got to breathe a little bit. And Alicia Keys messed up on one of her notes and stuff. She looked
Hmm.
amazing. And it was so cool to hear them sing that song and stuff. Like me and Sue were in here singing half the songs. I was singing all the songs, but me and Sue were in here singing a good amount of songs and stuff. So, um, r- overall, I say I'd give it an 8, but the best surprise was Ludacris. Like
That was
I
so cool.
didn't, bro. That was it with the fro too. I was like, bro, come
I
on.
said that he looked like old Ludacris, like old school
Yes,
Ludacris,
yes,
because he
yes. Chicken
usually
and
has the
beer, Ludacris as
yeah,
well.
yeah, like because he
Yes.
usually has the braids and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, he has to
Well, he
bring
had
that
it
back.
short for a long time.
Yeah,
Doing
well,
the movie
because
stuff.
yeah, movie guy, so he had to cut his
Yeah,
hair. Although he had the fro in Too Fast Too Furious. So I don't know,
yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah, it was cool to see him. And I was like, fingers crossed for Little John. Little John's got to be there. And
Oh yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
showed up for yeah, and all that. And it was good. Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm liking the kind of like it's just funny how the Super Bowl halftime shows are hitting now as you get older, because now it's
Because
like
it's for us.
yeah, now it's like wow, because back in the day we'd see like the
Bruce
Who,
Springsteen
Aerosmith,
and yeah.
Kiss, and it's like cool. What's this for? And then you see like our dads crying during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why they're crying, and now we're crying.
Yeah, like seriously, like we had a run like after Bruno Mars, which is still relatively new. Like you had Justin Timberlake, you had Rihanna last year, Usher this year. Like you had a lot of
50
like
Cent and Snoop
folks.
Dogg, that one.
Snoop Dogg, yep, yep. So you had a lot of cats for us millennials and everything. And so it felt pretty cool. Let me see. Listen to Aerosmith Run DMC. It was an awesome show. It was
Yeah,
like
that was I
Prince.
remember that one. Oh,
Prince
Prince.
is still like playing Purple Rain and it starts raining. Like
That's my number one Super Bowl performance is Prince.
like
It's
I'm
like
like God
he
is a fan of Prince for him to make it
no
rain while he's singing
yeah, yeah,
Purple
there's a
Rain.
documentary came out about that when he was prepping it. He was like everyone's like, oh yeah, Prince made it rain. I'm like, are you serious, dude? Like that was insane. Like that was yeah, that's my top one. Like that one
Yo,
so
now
good.
I think the Bruno Mars one is better than the Usher one. Even though I was singing more songs to the Usher's
I'm trying to
one,
remember how Bruno's went. It was like
Bruno
who came out?
nailed it.
Did someone come out for
He
him?
had crap, Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I think
Yeah.
he had Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I think that was it. They had the weekend in between those two. I didn't like the weekends one.
Weekend was
Uh,
weird. I was like, it was like up in the stands.
yeah,
It was a weird set. Like I kind
it
of
was.
I appreciated some of it, but it was like I don't know, something about it was a little different.
I don't know if Bruno performed at two Super Bowls, Chica. Once by himself and then Coldplay. Maybe he appeared. So maybe Usher. Well, Usher had this wasn't Usher's first time at the Super Bowl. He had performed with who was it? I forgot who he had performed with like a couple of years ago. So wasn't his first time either.
Huh.
Oh, okay. So the weekend was during COVID, right?
Oh,
So
that makes
okay,
sense. Yeah.
that makes sense.
COVID Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the weekend anyway. I'm like he tries to sound like Michael Jackson, and I already have Michael Jackson, so I don't really need his stuff.
Mm.
So I'm just like weekend, whatever.
All right.
But yo, yeah, shout out everybody, winners and losers, everybody who made it to the Super Bowl, made it event. They said there was over 124 million people watching the game worldwide, the most viewed program in television history. And that's not even including the Paramount Plus stuff that they had going on for the Nickelodeon stuff. So shout out to everybody involved. That was a good way to end a crazy football season, and it was a lot of fun. But we got to talk about these trailers and ads that popped on
Oh
during it.
man. So unfortunately, I had to miss kickoff. I had to miss the kickoff of the show because Ryan Reynolds popped up on screen and said, "Hey, Deadpool and Wolverine trailer is out online right now." And I said, "Damn it. I have to go react to this right now."
Yes, right. You did put it up pretty fast.
I was like, just play the game. I'll be right back. And I was like recording. If you watch the reaction on YouTube right now, frigginerdsmedia.com/YouTube, whatever. I'm like rushing through my intro. I'm like, hey guys, Deadpool's out right now. We're gonna watch it right now. I gotta go watch the game. And then
during the game,
yeah,
oh my gosh, the commitment.
I think I missed maybe like 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes of game time, so it wasn't too bad. So I dropped it, and it's out there. And yes, the trailer did not disappoint. It's insane. It's crazy. We're going to talk about it. Before we get into that, a little fun factoid. As of a few days ago, I'm sure this number has gone up because I always get my numbers wrong on the show. Deadpool and Wolverine is the most watched movie trailer of all time with 365 million views, and I'm sure growing. First trailer of Marvel Studios' threequel, Deadpool and Wolverine, which dropped before kickoff during the Super Bowl, racked up 365 million views in the first 24 hours, making it the most watched movie trailer in history, according to Marvel and parent company Disney. The 365 includes the 365 million includes stat views aired during the Super Bowl broadcast, which was all-time high of 123 million views. So I guess I counted that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally have a trailer for this movie, and we saw some stuff, man. We have the TVA, their version of the TVA, because there's nobody from Loki in there. Someone put like a side to side of like the TVA from the show and then the movie. Like he just put together a team of people. You know what I mean? So yeah, we saw a lot of stuff here. James, what are your initial thoughts after seeing this first trailer?
I was like, whoa, we're going R with this. We're going R with this. Like, they're doing it. Like, I saw the blood, I saw the not so kid friendly references to certain things people do in the bedroom. And I was just like, okay, here we go. Like, they're letting Deadpool be Deadpool. So that was a breath of fresh air because I was afraid it was going to be Disney-fied in a way when they announced this and when they said that Deadpool was joining the MCU. So good to see that they're just letting Ryan Reynolds and what made these sets of movies be successful. They kept the formula, and even though it's under Disney, they're letting them do their thing. So that was a breath of fresh air. That was the first thing that popped up. Second thing, this felt like an exciting movie. This felt like an MCU project that I can get excited about. I haven't really had one of those, maybe since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And even then, going in that movie, like, I won't watch that movie again because of all the animal stuff. So, like, again, like, this felt like old MCU, felt like something that you can get excited for and hyped for. And overall, it felt like a Deadpool movie. And then just the way it was shot, the cinematography, the quips, just like everything, and then the little Easter eggs. That shot right there when he's reloading, marvelous, because he's the merc with the mouth, but he is also the merc. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of Easter eggs, apparently, according to people, a couple of cameos, and Wolverine at the end. That shot so well put, like,
and with the Secret Wars comic book on the left, like, they're
which
just
we'll
like,
talk about,
oh,
but
my
yeah,
goodness.
first impression, it was just good to be excited about an MCU project. And again, I haven't felt like that in a while. So hope this movie delivers, and I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was very shocked. It was all happening so fast that, of course, as we do, we have to break down every little detail, every room they're in, everything they say, slow down shots, and like I think they did a good job of showcasing. They showcase a bunch of stuff that we've never seen because, as you as you probably could tell at the end, during the reload scene and the final scene there, that's clearly I like to call it leak desert. You know what I mean? It's like the desert they were in when they were showing all the leaks of the movie. So I was expecting that to be the whole trailer, like that section, but they showed us the entire possible plot of the movie where it's the TVA, like he made a wish or something, and the TVA show up. He's going to TV. They're saying he's very special. They're showing him footage of like the entire Infinity Saga, and they're sending
specifically Winter Soldier and Age of Ultron.
Yes.
And so I'm just like, why that? But go ahead.
Well, I have my theories. We'll break that down because I have my theories. Okay. But yeah, I think I was very pleased with this this trailer because it's like it showed us enough to kind of get us excited about the movie, but not enough to spoil the movie for us. Because like I even like the fact that we've all seen every angle of Hugh Jackman in that Wolverine suit. But they still made sure not to show him his face. We get a couple of fun Easter eggs about some comic book fans. I'm sure you'll be excited about a certain image of the back of his head that got some people excited on Twitter. But yeah, I think I am very excited, and we're getting it soon, man. July. So I'm like I'm hoping we're gonna stick with that July release because this is gonna take over the summer.
Yeah, because what was it? March, April, May, June, and then July hits. Yeah, so a little over 4 months out. So
so we're here. It's happening, man. So let's break down some stuff like that we've possibly seen in this trailer. So, like I said, they're talking about like we have the idea of like they're going to go back to Age of Ultron. A lot of people breaking down the scene of him in that kind of snowy area that looks like the opening of Age of Ultron. So I think people are thinking he's probably going to go like save Quicksilver or something.
Ooh, what?
Like I'm thinking like what? Like I wonder if they're like trying to do that where it's like they're like all the almost X-Men characters that we had in the MCU, like Deadpool's going to go after. Quicksilver, you can kind of count Wanda Maximoff, but the Quicksilver for sure. And I'm trying to think of what other movies we saw that he could possibly be going to.
Because Age of Ultron, so Quicksilver save him.
We saw what's his name who played Pyro or whatever in the X-Men movies.
Yes, from the original X-Men one.
He's in it. He looks like he's like a mercenary going after him.
Yeah, he looks good.
Not confirmed if he's that character, but I hope he still is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to like just see what they're trying to do with the. I think he's going after X-Men characters, but like, what else? Like, what could be the reasoning for that? Like, there's obviously if you're messing with the TVA, it means something. There's a time paradox or something happening that Deadpool has to fix. So is he forming the new thing, or like it's so up front where it's like Marvel, your god is here basically? Like, is Deadpool literally just going in to fix the MCU? I think that's the plot. I think in canon he's just trying to fix the MCU. Like TVA have called him in and be like, listen, people are really mad about the movies now, can you go and try to fix it? So he's gonna like save Quicksilver, he's gonna save like all these characters that have died or something. Like, that's
interesting.
That's all I can think, because they literally are marketing this movie as Deadpool's going to fix the MCU. But what if that's literally the plot of the movie? He's going to fix the MCU.
That's interesting. They can't have the TVA involved with that because then they would have a level of self-awareness that only seen with Deadpool and She-Hulk.
Hmm.
So the TVA can't have that awareness as well, but I do agree there's some level of whether saving the MCU is just what would that look like? Is it resetting what has previously, I guess, happened after those movies or after the Infinity Saga? Or is it changing everything so that way they can introduce the mutants? Because those two movies, particularly, was it Winter Soldier? That is when we, at the end of Winter Soldier, I believe that's when we got the scenes with introductions to Wanda and Pietro, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. So if they're showing those movies with Age of Ultron and then Winter Soldier, no, was it in Winter Soldier? When did we see when did we see Pietro and Wanda?
Oh, that's Ultron, Age of Ultron.
No. There's a cut scene. There's a end credit
Oh,
scene.
end credit scene.
End credit scene.
I don't remember.
Wait, hold on. With Wanda and Quicksilver. It was. Okay, James, trust yourself. Okay, so it was. So at
Is it
the
Winter
end of
Soldier?
yeah, so at the end of Winter Soldiers, when we first see Quicksilver and Wanda, because they're in the cell,
That's right. That's right.
and they're talking about miracles. They didn't use the words mutants. And then we see them in Age of Ultron. If they're showing those two movies, this could be not only saving the MCU, but a way of bringing in mutants and kind of fixing the term miracles to include mutants with those two movies. And that's how you introduce the mutants in some way, shape, or form. Because he's a mutant too. Well, not no, Daredevil is a mutant because his mutant gene kicked in when they gave him that serum to help him cure his cancer, and now he can't die. So Deadpool is a mutant as well in a certain way. Um, so again, if we're just talking about that, those two movies are important, I think, if they're showing that. I really do. And so dang, now I want to talk about that. But anyway, but we had the cameo. You talked about the back of Wolverine, um, that being Patch, the alter ego of Logan or Wolverine, and in the casino. And how did Eric Voss not even know this? Because I watched his reaction and he didn't even say his name, but he didn't say it until the breakdown, which means somebody else told him.
Oh,
So I was like, Eric,
he didn't know about Patch?
he didn't know about Patch. He didn't
Really?
say it in the reaction. Everybody said it like when you first saw the back of it. He didn't say it in his reaction. I was just like, wait, what? But anyway, so you saw Patch. So we're going to get multiple Wolverines. That's confirmed. Just with that appearance of him. Because
I
Patch,
have a stupid theory about that too.
ooh, I like stupid theories. And then there was a person who looked like Doom on one of those transports.
Oh
And the
yeah.
reason this is taking shape outside of what he looks like is the leaks showed the ice cream truck from Moon Knight. I
Yeah.
don't know if you remember in the first scene. And in that area, a lot of people thought that was Latveria.
Yeah.
If you remember where
There were certain boxes marked in the truck that were like, I think
yes.
that's
Yes, that pointed to. So a lot of people have been trying to put those two and two together. It better not be Doom. They better not introduce them in this way. I'll take Doom from the old Fox universe with the original Fantastic, well, not the original, but the Fantastic Four
That'd be
directed by
so
Tim
funny if
Story.
they brought back that
So
Doom.
if they brought back Doctor Doom, people would lose their mind, but it's not the Doom, not the new one, it's the old school one. I think that's probably what we might get. So especially in this area. But they showed Alioth picking up cats who came out of nowhere from the Loki series at the end of time. So a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and we technically do see Doctor Doom in this in the form of a comic book that was very, very like everyone zoomed in on like and recognized as Secret Wars #5.
Yeah,
with Doctor Doom on it. So like that just shows me like because that's the whole thing. Everyone's saying like, oh, is this the movie that's going to lead into Secret Wars?
yes,
So
they're not even hiding it.
So yeah, I guess they're like really just like they're just showing us like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to move into that. I think it's gonna like but yeah. So the patch thing. I'm curious about that too because like that's kind of a deep cut for comic fans because not a lot of people know about that with Wolverine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see like different versions of Wolverine. Some people are saying like maybe that's going to be Daniel Radcliffe because everyone was speculating he was going to be Wolverine for some reason. So I want him to be like I can picture that he's going to go. That's the scene. He's going in the casino. He sees who he thinks is Wolverine, turns him around. It's Daniel Radcliffe. It's probably going to be a stupid thing like that because he knows that comic book fans are going to be like, "Oh my God, it's Patch," but no, it's not really Patch.
I think, or are they just teasing you just to go in a different direction? So I mean, all of that is possible because we've seen that in old trailers with, was it a Hulk? In the Infinity War trailer.
Yeah, he was running around in Wakanda, but
as
never
the
even
Hulk,
saw Hulk.
But in the actual movie, it was Hulkbuster with Bruce Banner and Hulkbuster. So they have done that before in other movies as well. So you could be right. We can't get off this topic without mentioning Cassandra Nova possibly being in this. There was a quick shot of I forgot the name of the actress, but a bald person. You just saw the back of her, and it's panning down, heavily shadowed, but it's a bald person, and they had a collar up and jacket, and that's it, silhouette. And the name of the actress, I cannot think of her name, but a lot of people like early on, because I follow Comics Explained, shout out to Rob Jefferson. He had said it possibly is Cassandra Nova, and a lot of people are running with that as well. And if it is Cassandra Nova, for those of you guys unaware, is the quote unquote twin. I put it in quotation marks because it's not actually his twin, but it's a spirit that with Charles' strength with telepathy and psychic stuff actually became a being. And it's the exact opposite of Charles Xavier. And she's actually more capable than Charles and is the person that ends up wiping out over 6 million mutants on the island of Genosha. And so I mentioned mutants earlier with the end of Winter Soldier and of course going into Age of Ultron, which were the two movies they showed. And if they're introducing mutants and talking about mutants, maybe they're trying to take out Cassandra Nova because of her involvement with destroying mutants. And maybe there's a connection as to why there aren't mutants in the MCU in the first place. We know she's one of the big bads and stuff. And so this could be pretty interesting in how her connection to Charles, which we've seen a couple of times in the MCU already, um, might play a role just in the overall introduction of the mutants moving forward, especially with her power level. So keep keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout for that. I should do my own breakdown. Seriously,
yeah. You got
all these people.
There's so much to break down in this.
So much.
So yeah, I mean, I am very excited. It's on top of my list now of like most anticipated thing right now because I think we kind of joked about it, but I really think maybe there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance this might save the MCU for us, maybe.
Yeah.
We're
not saying it's dead. We're just saying it might need a boost. It needs a boost.
It does.
A jolt.
Yeah,
of excitement and energy.
I'm trying to think. I think the last MCU thing I got really excited about was No Way Home. And that was for, just a different reason. It was just like, we were like, these guys are going to come back as Spider-Man. But like, but I just remember like just the excitement of like, I remember being excited to go see Winter Soldier. I'm like, oh man, this movie looks so good. It's gonna be so much fun.
So many titles.
Yeah, and like I don't have that excitement anymore because I just feel like, it's kind of going to a job you've been to for so long, and all your friends that work there left. You know what I mean?
That's exactly it.
It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe now. So now I'm like, oh, I miss the old days. So I hope like this movie also brings back some of the old days, because like who knows, man, maybe they'll be crazy enough to bring back like Chris Evans for a scene as Captain America, just for like one scene.
We know Jennifer Garner is in there as Elektra, so
yes, like I think it's gonna be this is gonna be the celebration of Marvel as a whole on the big screen, because there's a lot, man. People sleep on like the Ben Affleck Daredevil. I still enjoy that movie. Like it's just like it's insanity. But he's Batman to me, but he's also still Daredevil to me. So I don't care what anybody says. But speaking of casting, the future of the MCU is looking a little interesting because we've been talking about Fantastic Four casting for I feel like years. Yeah. For years we've been like, who's gonna play Reed Richards? Then we had like a sort of answer in Doctor Strange, because then they had I forgot his name.
Who
played Reed Richards in
Miles Teller?
No. And Doctor Strange.
Oh, the first one.
Doctor Strange.
Krasinski.
Yeah. I'm so terrible with names. So we saw that kind of like that tease of Krasinski in the suit, teasing that maybe he would be the MCU.
So good.
Yeah. And apparently it's been confirmed, ? But then I'm seeing that it's not been confirmed, but apparently apparently there's a very, very, very good chance that Reed Richards in the MCU is going to be played by Pedro Pascal. God, I don't know why. But while Fantastic Four MCU casting news has been a little more speculation and fans hope at this point, eagle-eyed observers have spotted more concrete information regarding the upcoming project from an unexpected source. The Fantastic Four MCU reboot is reportedly slated to begin production soon, yet casting for Marvel's first family has not been officially announced. According to multiple sources, Pedro Pascal was allegedly cast as Reed Richards, but no official confirmation from Marvel Studios. This ain't the move.
Bro. Okay, so what happened? That's only half the story.
Yeah, I need the full story because I couldn't find an actual.
What had happened was the person in front of the director. Let me get his name so I can call him out.
Anybody we can call out.
Fantastic Four. The director had said something. Okay, Matt Shakeman had said something on his Instagram, making a post saying that, yes, Pedro Pascal is Reed Richards. He said it, and then hours later, it was deleted, and his Instagram account was taken down as well.
Get him.
Now, normally, you see that and it's just like, okay, he is taken down. Maybe he wasn't supposed to say anything. Maybe they're still, working on contract negotiations or something like that, whatever. But this is the director. This is his Instagram account. He's had for a minute, and now his Instagram account is no longer because they can't trust him or social media.
Damn.
Now, the last part I just said in regards to Disney not trusting him or Marvel not trusting him, that is all speculation. But he had an Instagram account. He posted something about Pedro saying he's Reed Richards. That post is now gone, and so is his account. It leads everybody to believe it's mostly confirmed that Pedro Pascal is now our Reed Richards for the upcoming MCU version of Fantastic Four.
But why? Why? Like, no disrespect to Pedro. He's a great actor. I loved him in Last of Us. I loved him even in that terrible Wonder Woman movie. You know what I mean? I think he's a great actor, but like, he ain't Reed Richards. I mean, who knows? We could be like, totally wrong here, and we'll see the movie and we'll love him.
Yeah.
But there were just so many other people that were thrown into the mix that were speculated, and we came out with this.
And again, like you said, he could possibly come in, kill it. He's done it before in almost any of his stuff. There was pushback with him being Joel in The Last of Us, and now everybody loves him as Joel, and I think he was even nominated for an Emmy, which is a TV Ultimate Award. So we're not saying he's not capable. We're not saying he's not going to kill it. We're just asking why him, because he doesn't seem to fit what we already know about the character. And if they are doing something different, that worries me with this character, because we want the character that we read about and grew up with in the comics, because we've seen a different iteration in some way, shape, or form with the two versions of the Fantastic Four movies. Both actors did a great job and brought different perspectives and different aspects of Reed that we know about. And I think they were better suited as Reed more so than Pedro, just out from the outside looking in. And I think that's where all the negativity is coming from with the casting, because we want somebody who feels like Reed. Obviously, a lot of people would want to see John Krasinski, but we knew that wasn't really going to happen. And it was cool to see him in there, if only for a couple of minutes before becoming spaghetti, thanks to Wanda. But I think with all the other actors that we'd been speculating on leading up to the casting, because they mentioned Fantastic Four ages ago. And so people have been speculating for ages until up to now when we pretty much confirmed. So my big negative is he doesn't feel like Pedro is a person who everybody just loves, honestly. Like every character he's like played, everybody has just loved. And you can't have that for Reed. Reed, love him or hate him, whatever, Reed is a douchebag to a certain degree, in a way where he's so smart and so confident and so sure of himself that nobody else is going to question him, which is why he and Sue's relationship is so clutch, because Sue will call him out on his BS, even though she might not be on his intellectual level. She still knows her husband. So that dynamic was always great. So you have a person who's very likable. That's not Reed. You also have a person acting as Reed who doesn't seem as an intellectual type, at least from his past characterizations of other characters in the past. Reed is an intellectual. Reed is quiet. Reed sits there, and whenever he speaks, everybody shuts up. There's a reason he was the leader of the Illuminati. And if you don't know who's on the Illuminati, you have some other heavy hitting leaders, like the leader of Wakanda, T'Challa, aka Black Panther. You also have the leader of the Inhumans, Black Bolt. You also have the leader of Atlantis, Namor. You also have the leader of the Avengers, or one of them, Iron Man, and you have the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, all answering to Reed Richards. No, that is not Pedro Pascal. I am sorry. I love the character. I love the actor, and he's going to kill it. But there is a reason Reed is who he is. And from an intellectual standpoint, I do not think he commands the audience where all of these powerful people will turn to him to fix everything. Heck, Charles Xavier was on Illuminati as well and answered to Reed. So, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's going to be different. Cindy in the chat puts up a good point, which I was kind of thinking to myself, is it possible Disney contract thing for Pedro, or perhaps an attempt by the studio to attract a certain demographic group to the movie? I thought that
was said.
I thought that in a way where not more the demographic of like, you know, of his heritage or anything, but I think just as James kind of pointed out, who Pedro Pascal is a person, you know, everyone fell in love with him. He was everywhere. Every TikTok was like those thirst trap videos of him, and everyone loves Pedro. So like, I wonder if Disney or Marvel is trying to like do that in a way where it's like they're trying to have as much star power as possible to really ensure butts and seats at theaters. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yes, you can have a nobody that we don't know become Reed Richards, which is what I would love. I want people that have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
And then you build on that, because, you know, there's so many. We didn't know who Tom Holland was before. Nobody knew who Tom Holland was, and he's like everyone's favorite Spider-Man.
He's a household name.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I wonder if that's what Marvel's doing too. On top of, like, you know, obviously you're making as many, you know, all the Marvel characters you don't have yet, you got to cast them, and they're like, all right, let's get butts and seats. Let's put the biggest names ever in that role. But then they missed the point of, like, you know, sure, he's a great actor, but is he going to be a good actor for this character? That's what they need to start remembering when, like, casting these movies, because you look at, like, Robert Downey Jr., it just made sense. Like, Jon Favreau saw that, he's like, this dude's Tony Stark. You look at Chris Evans, like, this guy's Captain America. This guy is definitely Steve Rogers, and so on and so forth. So,
and a lot of the actors they brought in were relatively big names. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch, you know, Mark Ruffalo, like Scarlett Johansson. I mean, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, but
like, all of
the
these
MCU
are household names.
the MCU did put them up on that bigger pedestal, because, like, there are certain people that are like, I have no idea who that is, but then, like, they're like, oh yeah, that's right, they were Hawkeye or whatever. So then they're known.
But there is a quote going around, and I haven't seen, it might be confirmed or whatever. I haven't seen anything, but I've seen a lot of people talk about it, saying that, to Cindy's point, the Fantastic Four was relatively too white, per se. So the casting of Pedro was to diversify the Marvel's first family, as they are considered in the comics and stuff. So that has been a point thrown out there numerous times by multiple sources, and a lot of people have run with it and suggested that might be where that casting went in. It just so happens that, you know, he's also a great actor as well, so that could be a thing. But yeah, all that to say, if it is or if it isn't, Pedro is going to do well. We just don't agree with it or vibe with it as well as I would have with a Penn Badgley, for example, from Us or
Oh man,
not Us,
you.
you or Gossip Girls, how I know them. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's so many other possibilities. But like I'm, at the end of the day, I'm just happy that we're moving forward and we're getting closer to a Fantastic Four movie, because I think I think this is what the MCU is kind of needed. I'm like, because after the Avengers kind of like split up, I'm like, all right, let's do Fantastic Four now. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Because when this all started, and I was like, when they start with like Iron Man and all that, and they started to tease them in the after credit scenes, I'm like, oh cool, they're gonna do the Avengers one day. Cool. And then I wonder, and I always thought back in my head, what about the Fantastic Four though? There's that's in my opinion the better team. I like that team better, man. I love the Fantastic Four. They don't get a lot of love sometimes, but so hopefully I think Pedro does a good job. If it's true, hopefully we get a tremendous cast, and hopefully this does well, because I just want some Fantastic Four in my life.
We'll find out next year. It's just crazy to even think about.
Yeah, right. We're almost there.
Yep.
But it's also almost there. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and also the inevitable release of Madam Web, and we got some numbers for you guys so far. Madam Web's looking like a pretty rough thing. If you want to take your Valentine to this movie, do what you gotta do.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just make sure
You'll
you
be
get
sleeping on the couch.
I'm gonna say you better get a big box of chocolate if you're taking them to go see Madam Web. Madam Web isn't doing very well so far. This is a quote from Rolling Stone. I want to start off with. I got a couple of quotes in here.
Then we get to the Rotten Tomatoes score.
This is from Rolling Stone. Quote is, Madam Web isn't as bad as you've heard. It's so much worse. Then someone said, I didn't quote who it's from, but Madam Web branded as an embarrassing mess as Dakota Johnson's first Marvel film finally surfaces. It's looking a little rough. We checked out the tomato meter, and it
dropped.
No, it didn't.
Yo, it was at 23%.
Oh,
literally this morning.
Oh no, I looked at it before. Is it still 15?
It's 60, so it went up.
Oh, went up. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say the tomato meter. Of course, there's a few. It's not out yet, so it's kind of hard to tell right now.
It's all critics. It's all critics. But audience score isn't out yet. But yeah, as of when I wrote these notes, it's at 15%. But good for them. They went up 1 point, so they're at 16% right now. Reviewers, 60.
What do you got? Let's see.
I think it's 60 reviewers.
Let's see. Madam Web, Rotten Tomato. Pull up for
69 reviews.
Nice. Let's see. This is for so everyone can see here. So there it is. 16%. I was shocked that it hit 80%. I was like, are you serious? This is like supposed to be the best movie of the year. This is me and James's most anticipated movie of the month.
February.
This was our most anticipated movie. Yeah, I've watched a few. I just want to read a few of the critics here. I want to see what they say. In the ecosystem of superhero movies, we need earnestly cheesy films like this to keep things afloat. Something about this mess just won me over.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's a positive review.
That's what I'm in for.
Let's go.
Let's see. Oddly enough, the most fascinating thing about this movie is its Pepsi product placement.
What?
I want to see that. Let's see. Let's see. Not only is Madam Web a mess of a movie, it doesn't even qualify as it's so bad it's good moment of escapist entertainment. It suffers from a much worse faith. It's utterly forgettable, which I figured. I figured it would be. Some of the reviewers out there have said the same thing. The villain's very unforgettable. The girls are kind of like they have no idea what's going on. Dakota Johnson apparently just doesn't look like she wants to be there. like it seems like it's going to be a rough watch for Marvel fans, and there's no like tease of anything spectacular happening at the end. So I'm assuming nothing is like we're
connected.
Like we're not going to get a Morbius like after credit scene with like Vulture showing up saying let's put the Sinister Six together.
The director came out and just said like, no, none of it is connected. Like we didn't want to do it. That allowed us to do our own movie. It's like, so why does this movie even
so why are we doing this? Like in all the things and all the Spider-Man things you have, they're continuing to do this weird like
Sony, man.
Like not all B-side, but like I guess for average viewers, B-side Spider-Man characters and no Spider-Man. Like I understand it's like, it's edgy that they're like trying to go for that thing where we need Spider-Man to make these films good. Yes, you do. You need some kind of Spider-Man action. Like that might have made the movie a little more exciting. Maybe put some asses in seats. I was speculating that this was going to be connected to the Andrew verse, but I guess it might not be. But then again, who knows? Maybe it'll slip in an after credit scene that they're filming right now and they're going to drop tomorrow. But it's still like the car crash I want to go see, man. Like I'm still very intrigued by this, but I knew this was going to go bad. Like, have you seen the press for this?
Yeah.
Like
the lack thereof.
Yeah, like the one I see, it's of Sydney Sweeney, and like you could tell that she knows nothing about these characters. You know what I mean? Which is fine. Yeah. It's fine. But like, if you're going to be, she's Julia, I believe, in this movie.
Julia Carpenter.
Julia Carpenter, and yeah, there's a press thing I've been seeing on Instagram and stuff of her, like, from the comic book art that I saw about Julia Carpenter, I saw that she likes to hang upside down on the webs a lot. So I asked the director, I pleaded, I begged them, please, can I be upside down in this movie? I'm like, that's all you know about the character? That she hangs upside down? You didn't read about this character at all? You like there is no care that went into this film, I think. I think it's just like costumes. It's going to be the cosplay item next year of like Julia. Like we'll see, people are going to know who Julia Carpenter is. That's kind of cool, I guess. But
yeah,
and it's the same. It's like, and like I don't know what to say about this movie, James.
This movie is going to be so amazing.
This is going to be terrific.
I'm sorry. This movie is going to be amazing to watch just because of how bad it is. And like, it's Sony. Like, so it's currently 15% with like 69 reviews from critics. No audience score yet. But the thing is, Morbius is also sitting right now at 15% from critics, but 71 from the audience. And I think that's where Madam Web is going to exist, between the high 50s to low 70s. I think that's where their window is going to be concerning audience score. And the reason being is because people are going to have a good time at a bad film. And so I'm going to be one of those people. And yes, all the things that you do not want to hear or see done with a movie, let alone a superhero movie, is being done with this film. No connectivity, no honoring the original source, nothing. They're doing their own thing, and they're not even fans of the source material. None of that is what you ever want to hear from anything adapted, let alone, again, from a comic book movie. And we're hearing a lot of that, particularly from the director. And so the marketing has been second to zero. Usually red flags are, if you don't see a lot of trailers for the film, the publisher doesn't believe in it, or the studio doesn't believe in it. Sony. Movie reviews.
I have been seeing a lot of ads though.
No. Ads and trailers are two different things.
Okay, yeah, we had one trailer.
We had one trailer that dropped in November. maybe, and that was still like 4 months outside of the movie's release.
Shocking.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
think the most shocking trailer reaction I ever did in my life, I think. I was like,
I loved it.
Oh,
Yeah, that was one of my highest viewed trailer reactions over at
man, imagine that's the movie that put us over. It's Madam. We owe everything to this movie. We gotta buy
everything.
2 tickets apiece for this movie, I think. Just to say thank you.
Yes. So question and in chat, feel free, and those listening on the podcast, we want to hear from you. Over or under 25 million opening weekend. Over or under 25 million. Now, it's getting a boost because it's coming out on a Wednesday. So then it also has Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I think we might get numbers for the 3 days between Wednesday and Friday. And then we'll get the weekend numbers, and then they'll combine those. So I think they might separate it because they've done that with a couple of movies that also released on a Wednesday during the holidays. So over under, let's make it harder. Over under 35.
35 million. I'm gonna put that as a poll.
Over under 35 million.
Make a little poll right there. 3 minutes. Boom. Oh man, 35 million. I think it's gonna be
Marvels. The Marvels made 47 domestically.
That's a Disney MCU flick,
and
though.
that's a Disney MCU film with a title that made $1 billion in this first one.
I don't think it breaks 35. I think it's under. I think it's severely under 25. I could see it going a little above 25.
You can see it going a little over 25.
Because I think it's like, I think there's going to be a lot of intrigue for this. I think just because of how the way it's, because I was like really, really hoping that the trailer was just like really forcing to be painfully awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe they're like, that's what made me intrigued. I'm like, it can't be this bad, right? Like it must, there must be something here. There must be a factor in here that's like, this thing's going to be tremendous. Sydney Sweeney's going to be the best Julia Carpenter ever. Madam Web is going to be tremendous. We're going to open up this crazy world of Spider-Man Sony world. But it's not, it's looking like it's exactly what it is. So, and rough.
Let me make sure. Okay. So 39 million is what Morbius made.
Really?
Opening weekend, which is why I said 35. 39 million is what Morbius made. Opening weekend.
Is Morbius pre or post Venom Let There Be Carnage? What year did Venom Let There Be Carnage?
I think it was before. Wait.
So I would say
might not.
I would say maybe the people not lose hope yet for Sony, because people like the Venom movies. And I think the Venom movies did pretty well, right?
Yeah. The first one made over $1 billion, dollars worldwide. And the second one, I think, made north of 500 million. Venom 2 release date. So Morbius came out in April 2022. Venom 2 came out October 1st, 2021. So Morbius was after Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Ooh. Yeah, because I think Venom 2 wasn't as well received as the first one.
It wasn't.
So
it's Morbid time. Well, you forget they re-released Morbius in the theaters because it was memed to death.
Because they thought that people liked it. Like, wow, people who like this movie are still talking about it. It's trending on Twitter. Let's put it back out. So
Stargazer Tim says 25 to 30 is a sweet spot. Honestly, don't see it doing well unless it wins by the quirk factor. Man, now, I mean, let's just be honest. There's going to be people sitting down to watch this movie because of the actresses as well. Like, let's just be honest here. So, and it's a holiday movie. So,
Well, I wish I could get numbers. Maybe I'll ask my local showcase, like, hey, can I get the numbers of how many like tickets you sold today? Because I want to see how many go to see this tomorrow versus the Bob Marley movie, or what else is out right
That's
now.
going to be interesting. Yeah.
Like, I want to see, because like the
There's
Bob
not
Marley,
much out.
the Marley movie looks good, but it's like it looks like just a regular old biopic. But I love Bob Marley, so I'm like, I'm going to go see it. But yeah, I want to see the numbers, man. Just the first day of ticket sales for Valentine's Day alone, because this seems like the only choice. Let me look at Showcase right now.
Yeah.
Showtimes.
I was saying, let me look at my AMC app and see what the seating is for tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to see if I'm going to be alone, because I'm going to go early to go see this tomorrow, and then like later on.
So you are seeing it tomorrow? Okay.
I think I'm going to go see it tomorrow. If I really feel like it, then if not, I'll just go like the next day. Oh, the only other one that apparently there's speaking of Sydney Sweeney, Anyone But You. Has anyone in chat seen Anyone But You? It's like a new like rom-com. Apparently it's like coming back out tomorrow for like a Valentine's Day encore. Apparently that was very liked. Is that for the white
tomorrow?
Is the white IMAX ones taken?
Yep.
Oh, so okay. People want to go see it.
We got some people. We got some seats.
People go ahead.
We got some seats.
Buy one next to the guy that's all by himself all the way to the right.
I know.
Like, we're doing this together.
Yeah, this is IMAX tomorrow night at 9:45.
There's still a lot to go. Like, they can go see Anyone But You, I guess. Argyle's still in theaters. Mean Girls is in theaters now, I guess.
Whoa. Yo, this movie's going to make money.
Oh, look at that.
6:45 IMAX.
6:45?
Yes, IMAX.
People are going to go see this. People are going to go see this.
People are going to go see this, bro. Yo, I'm saying north of 30. I'm saying north of 35.
North of 35?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo,
we're here.
Yo, let's go. People are going to see. This is IMAX. If you did the cheaper ones, like digital, let me see, 7:45. Oh my gosh, nobody.
Do I go see this in IMAX? Should I go see this in IMAX by myself?
Don't do it. Please save your money.
No, I'm doing X Plus. We got I got 3 free movies.
So this is regular digital at 9:45.
Buy the ticket next to that guy by himself. Sit with that guy. We're spending Valentine's Day together, baby.
Yo,
that's I think that's what it is. I think people are just very intrigued, and I think regular people that like don't know comic books and stuff are going to be like Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, action movie, and they're going to go see it.
Or Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney. Okay,
like we're there.
We're there. Yeah.
They were very tactical by choosing value. Yeah, honestly, it's a weird time to put it out, because like I'm like it doesn't seem like it's like any romance in it. So it's no. I mean, do what you got to do, I guess.
I would say tomorrow also Tomb Raider Remastered 1, 2, and 3 is coming out tomorrow. So I do have it. Thank you to, I forgot the name of the people who sent it to me, the publishers, whatever, but thank you. I do have it. So go get Tomb Raider. It's fun.
Well, there we go.
Go back and play that.
That'll make me feel better if I watch it and then go play Tomb Raider after.
Yeah.
That'll be a better actiony female adventure.
Exactly.
But I'm in it for the adventure, man. Madam Web comes out tomorrow. If you're listening to this on Thursday, it's been out. Let us know what you think. I'm sure there's already a review on the channel for it, because I gotta do it for the people.
I can't wait for that.
Did you watch?
I wish Lee was watching it with you.
I want her to. It was funny because I was getting ready for the come on stream. I was talking to her about it. She's like, hey, do you want us to go see a movie at night? I'm like, yeah, choose. Which one do you want to see? She's like, what are the choices? I'm like, Madam Web or the Bob Marley movie. She's like, well, how's Madam Web looking? I'm like, well, it's one of the news stories on the podcast tonight. She's like, oh, what's the news story? That's got a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. She's like, Bob Marley. See the Bob Marley movie. So I guess I'm going by myself to do this. Maybe I can convince somebody to go see it with me. I've asked a few people to go see it with me, and they've all said no. I got something to do.
No.
I don't want to see it for me. Oh man, that's it. Stargazer. Mara's taking one for the team, watching this movie, so we don't have to. Oh, gracious. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we'll do draft a few minutes. I think we'll also talk about a little Star Wars action. I've been waiting for this. Star Wars Acolyte series is getting a release window. High Republic fans, the wait just got a little more bearable. Ever since releasing its first trailer at Star Wars Celebration in London last year, the hype for Star Wars series, The Acolyte, has only grown, with fans eager for any update on the highly anticipated project. Now, Collider has learned the live-action High Republic series from Leslie Headland is set to release on Disney Plus this summer. Now, for those who don't know what this is all about, quick synopsis: it's set 50 years before the events of The Phantom Menace. The Acolyte will follow a former Jedi Padawan on her one-time master as they fall into an investigation of sinister crimes in a ever-changing galaxy. The trailer that premiered at Star Wars Celebration only gave fans a hint as what they could expect from the series premiere. But even so, already impressed those lucky enough to see it with the bold visual take on the era that thus far has not appeared on screen. I'm excited for this, man, because a lot of the news coming out about this show, no blasters. It's all lightsaber stuff. It's all the stuff we like about Star Wars. It's just flipping lightsabers, Jedi Padawans, and crazy action. And it's before the prequel, so I'm excited. What's your what are your feelings on this? Are you excited about this project, or do you think it's going to be another Disney Plus flop?
I'm excited about this era. The High Republic era, this is when Jedi are just running everything. This is where the peace is started. And so, like, stuff is cool. This is OG Jedis. If you look, well, if you don't want to be spoiled, don't look. But there's leaked set images of the Acolytes, some of the first ones. And you got old school versions of the Wookiees, and, like, the Jedi robes look crazy. Like old, like older than what we saw in, the prequels and stuff, but still similar. So there's callbacks to just this era of peace where the Jedi ruled the galaxy. And this is the purest time in Star Wars, where it was just Jedi and Sith. But the premise was always interesting to me, with a Sith, with a Jedi turning into a Sith. In this era, the premise was always interesting to me, and even some of the cast I'm excited to see. I'm just worried about Disney. Like, I'm just worried about Disney. I don't know who's doing it. It's not Dave Filoni or Favreau, so there's going to be somebody different. So I don't know if they have a proven background with anything, let alone the Star Wars IP.
Well, Leslie Headland has done, I'm looking at her news, her IMDb right now to see if her history here.
Deborah Chow did Obi-Wan, and she did okay, but, like, Obi-Wan was supposed to be a smash hit. Like, you have Ewan and Hayden back. Like, how do you mess that up? Well, you mess it up by introducing characters that nobody cares about.
Yeah,
having them as the main story.
Filoni's got to do everything, dude. He really has to do it all. Because, at least, even if he's not directing, just have him, like, holding hands a little bit and, like, helping out, because everything he touches is great, and then everything he doesn't touch, it shows, because it gets.
But the thing, I mean, like, this cast, you got Daphne Keane, who was X-23 in Logan. she's in there. So you know she's probably going to be a Jedi. You got my girl, Trinity herself, Carrie Ann Moss in here. So I'm just like, bro, like Dean Charles Chapman, who some of you guys might know, like some of this cast, I'm just like, yo, this is going, you got some great like pieces here. And I'm I'm going in with an open mind but skeptical insight until I see a trailer or something, because again, Disney and Lucasfilms just hasn't really been hitting on anything. And I loved Ahsoka. I've loved Ahsoka the first couple of episodes, and then they just Peter pattered out with the last like 2 or 3 episodes. But that was with Dave Filoni, you know what I'm saying? So like, what is this going to be like? So yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried.
Yeah, I think I am to an extent, but I'm also like still hopeful, because I think with Filoni still taking over most of the stuff, I think we're still going in the right direction. There was a couple of shows still. Well, they changed to a movie, the one with Jude Law.
Oh, Bad Batch?
Not Bad Batch. Wasn't like Rebel Leader or something. I forgot what it was. It was supposed to be a live action thing, I think.
Yeah, that's still happening.
Jude Law, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton
Crew. So like, I
think that got pushed back.
Yeah, I think it's still staying a series, but I thought they were going to make it a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we still have stuff like that coming out, and I'm curious about where they're going to go with that, because yeah, like you said, Ahsoka, love that. Ahsoka was a ton of fun, and what's the other one? Obi-Wan was Andor was just like something that came out of left field for me. I was like, I didn't give two craps about it when I heard about it. I'm like, I didn't even like Rogue One that much, so why am I going to care about Andor, who's a character that doesn't exist in my world anymore? But then that show came out, and it was something totally different, because it was the most not Star Wars thing ever. And I think that was the charm of it. So I'm hoping that maybe this show will reflect that, like maybe have Andor have this be the Andor for Jedis, because that's the thing. It's like so hard to. You're so distracted with seeing a Jedi, like with Andor,
right?
You saw no lightsabers, no R2 units. Like even the droids were like different looking. Like there was no
grunge.
Like there was nothing that's you heard no John Williams score in there. Yeah, you didn't hear any of that. It just was a gritty, like I'm like watching, like this is not Star Wars. This is like anything else, like any kind of like generic futuristic show. It felt like that, but not Star Wars. So like I wonder if this will reflect that. Like I'll be excited to see a couple of like Jedi masters that like I might like more. Show me like a young Plo Koon, that'll get me excited. You know what I mean? Like I'll give me a couple of nods there, but I hope that they're going all original. With this,
Diaz.
Yes, give me Cypher Diaz, man. What happened? Yeah, we've only heard about him, man. Like he was the one who erased the archives and shit, man. I want to see him erasing. Well, no, we did see Count Dooku erasing it, but but
no, this is way before all of them. But no, again, I like the premise of a Jedi turning to Sith, but not Anakin. You know what I'm saying? And so, in a time where Jedi is everywhere and Sith are very few, what does that look like? Like, what caused it? Like I like that premise, and so I just hope they capitalize on it. But until I see it, like I'm going to be skeptical until I see something from Disney. Like I haven't really seen a lot of their Disney Plus shows because of that and stuff. So I hope I'm wrong, because the premise is there and I love Star Wars and I want Star Wars to be back on top doing what they do. I want to love it like I loved it most of my youth and into my adulthood. Like I love this IP and I can't wait to have my kids watch it and fall in love with it as much as I do. So I just hope there's good content for them to get into with this IP because I miss it. I miss being excited
Mm.
going to the movies to see a Star Wars project. I miss that feeling. And I haven't had that in ages. In ages. The last one was The Last Jedi. And after that, it was a wrap. So I hope that's the case, and I hope it is widely successful. We get sequels and we build off of something. I hope they do more projects in this era because everybody's been wanting to see that. Outside of those who haven't read anything from the Legend stuff. So yeah, I hope it's successful for real.
So your kids have never seen a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, we were going to do it over Christmas, but we just watched Harry Potter again. So
I'll say, how are you going to do it? Are you going to do like?
Oh, I'm going to have them sit down, and we're going to do the sequels. I mean, not sequels. The originals, then the prequels, then the sequels. And what I will do is I'm not going to do. I might hold off on the sequels and just do the original and prequels, but the originals for sure, and then come back maybe like this summer or later this summer and do the prequels once they get into it because they know of like the characters, but they are more familiar with uh Grogu or Baby Yoda or Mando and stuff because they're best friends. Yeah, the new guys. So I'm just like, okay, cool, good. They haven't even watched it. They haven't even seen the Lego stuff. So they know of the new stuff and they know of Darth Vader, but they haven't really seen what's the deal. They might know Luke Skywalker, but like again, they don't know. They might know more about Rey than anything else. So I'm just like, okay, great. This is good. And I can't wait to film their reactions and just see what they think and stuff. My oldest is very opinionated already with stuff he's read, i.e. Percy Jackson. So he has thoughts on that. Have him give me a handwritten review of what's his thoughts and scores and everything. So I'm excited.
I mean, that'd be a great video series right there. I just like
Bro,
have the kids.
Sue and I thought about it.
that'd be awesome. I'll say if you want, I have a copy on my computer somewhere. I think I've talked about it before of Star Wars. It's not New Hope. Star Wars. It's the first movie as it came out in '77 with no George special effects, but someone cleaned it up using like AI and stuff, so it looks a lot cleaner. And it's the original cut of the first movie.
Wait, what's the one Disney Plus did?
That's like those are like the ones that came out for when George redid them.
No, are you serious?
In like 2012 or something like that. It's like the one everyone's all familiar with because But I
didn't know that.
But I have because that's the other thing. It's like that's like when they put Hayden Christensen at the end of Return.
No,
so that's the only thing. But I have the original New Hope. If you want a copy of it. And you can like have that be their first thing they see and then move on to everything else. Because it's hard to find. You can find them somewhere. They're hard to find, like the 3 original cuts because, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I saw the original Return of the Jedi recently in Jabba's palace. That mess was scary. All the aliens singing. It was a different song. It was crazy.
So, it was. So I'm trying to have them watch it before the 25th anniversary of episode 1. And then take them to see episode 1 in theaters.
So yeah, it's probably going to be the episode. Yeah, they didn't touch the prequels, I don't think.
No, but I'm saying I'm trying to have them watch the original at least before May when they re-release episode 1 in theaters.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Because then my first viewing of episode 1 was in the theaters, and their first viewing of episode would have been in theaters as well.
Insane.
Which would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Insane.
Cool.
That's a lucky thing to have 2 generations saying. When's the first time you saw it in both in theaters?
You know what I'm saying? 25 years apart. Yes.
Wow. What a time to be alive that was. The episode 1 hype was insane. I had like my lunchbox with a thermos that had Anakin Skywalker on it. And like, I think the lunchbox had like the poster of the shadow of Vader, which Hayden just
The
recreated.
marketing? Yo, yeah, in Empire magazine, I saw that Hayden recreated. That was tough. That photo was tough. But the marketing for episode 1 was just the marketing back then in the 2000s. Because I remember the Godzilla movie and like it being all over Taco Bell. But like episode 1, pod racing and stuff, like the toys, the uh McDonald's and whatever fast food restaurant that was working with them. Like I just remember seeing Star Wars everywhere. And it was so exciting. It was so exciting.
The everything that was like cups, toys, everything went so hard back then. It was insane. And I still look on eBay sometimes. People are like selling like old like cup holders and stuff from back then. It's so ridiculous. This was a tough picture too.
Good. And then this was when did it come out? 98, 99? First episode 1?
99, I think.
Yeah, so it has to be 99 because this is the 25th anniversary. So like you also in 99, didn't we have the first Lord of the Rings as well? Like
was it then? Yeah.
I think so. Lord of the Rings release date.
I'm trying to find more pictures from the Star Wars shoot for Empire.
Two Towers was 2002. So no, Lord of the Rings was 2001, right? Okay. I just remember like that era of stuff. Like Spider-Man came out around that time. Didn't Gladiator come out in 99, 2000? Like,
when Spider-Man came out, it was crazy. That was bananas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many like just nerd films coming out in that span, and I'm just like, bro. Like with the opening of Revenge of the Sith, at that time, that was the longest opening that was all CG ever filmed in a movie. It was all film. So like, bro, it's crazy.
And look where we're at now. Just how to make films. You know, it's changed so much, but that's special though, man. That's I'm happy for them that they get to experience that for the first time in the theater. That's gonna be super cool. But anyways, one more section of news here before we hit the draft and get on out of here. Early access for Skull and Bones is available today. James and myself were hands-on today playing this game for so many hours that we almost didn't stream today because we were having so much fun. So yeah, I put quite a few hours into the beta. I know you did as well. So let's talk about our first thoughts, our sort of pros and cons of the game so far, and where it can be available very soon for people.
Oh yeah. So pros real quick. It's if you enjoyed any aspect of like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, for example, a lot of people's favorite movies. I mean, video games, Assassin's Creed in the franchise, or even Sea of Thieves. Not necessarily similar, but if you enjoy these type of games where you can go out, grind, and start from nothing and build up a ship to take over. I mean, everybody loves being a pirate, so you get to kind of live that in so many ways with this game, Skull and Bones, and since it is a live service game, you get to also play with others. You get to play with your friends. Mario and I were out on the seas, the Hufflepuff Marauders, and kind of just having fun, taking down stuff, working as a team, playing around. And again, it was a lot of fun. And the mechanics with it are like amazing. There's some surprises there. They got a lot of options with customizing your avatar and Everything, the ship designs is fun as well. Is just a lot of fun. But I will say negative is the price. A lot of these live service games are usually free, but paying $70 or even more for early access is kind of steep, in my opinion, for something like this, where you also have in-game currency and transactions, microtransactions for certain stuff. Now, a lot of the microtransactions are cosmetic, but there will be some possibly moving forward for certain battle passes and seasonal stuff. So keep that in mind. Also, it's all mostly naval. Anything concerning your character, if you want to go around and like board a ship or whatever, it's a cutscene. It's not you using your character, it's a cutscene. So that's limited there. But outside of that, it being a live service game, that could be a positive or a negative connotation depending on where you stand in video games. But overall, it has been an amazing time, and I've had the privilege of playing it early thanks to Ubisoft in the partner program. So those are my pros and cons so far with the game. What about you?
Yeah, so as somebody who did play Sea of Thieves for a lot, that covered the game a lot, this is not Sea of Thieves. This is a very different. Sea of Thieves is very hands-on with everything. Like, your character walks onto the boat, steers the ship, drops the sails. You know, you have different, you have three types of boats. You have a small 2-man boat. You have one that can run three people, and the most you could have in a squad is 4. And that's the big galley ship, which those bigger ships, yeah, you need 4 people. You need somebody to be in the crow's nest or navigating, making sure we're not hitting rocks. Someone to drop the sails or like lift them if we need to slow down, and one guy on the helm. It's a teamwork thing. With this, I know people were kind of like asking. You know, we were in chat, you know, in your stream, and people were asking questions of like, you know, can you ride together on your ship? Can you, you know, do things together? You could walk around at ports, no problem. Me and James were walking out around everywhere and like, you know, getting our clothes fitted and stuff, and getting our weapons upgraded. But yeah, it's all naval, and you're just kind of on the boat. But I feel like that's a pro for some people who might not like a game like Sea of Thieves, because Assassin's Creed Black Flag wasn't online, so you weren't playing with others. You were just enjoying it by yourself. So I think this is a nice happy medium for, I'll use my wife as an example. When I was covering Sea of Thieves and playing it like all the time, she got into it with me. I think we had Zoe Fleischer on for a bit and some other friends, and it does get stressful because because everything it's just you and other players in that server, which you get that here too. But in Sea of Thieves, they can attack you like freely. And if I have like if I have treasure that I've been trying to like collect for 3 hours, I'm heading back to a port to drop off the treasure, and I get bombarded by someone who's better than me, it brings down your confidence so much. With Skull and Bones, it's great because there are other people around, but you don't engage in PvP with them. Like, you cannot shoot them unless engaged in, like, today we did that treasure map challenge, and that puts a mark on me, and everybody could attack me. But I think that's where people are going to want to play this game, where if you like pirate stuff, but you also want like games with friends, but you don't want to like do PvP, this game is tremendous for that, because you're not forced to PvP at all. You're just it's just PvE. You're just going against like regular like ships that aren't that hard to take down. Some are harder than others, but then you have like friends that can like shoot together and all that, upgrading your ship, all that. So I think it's a happy medium. Eventually, you know, if this game lasts for a while, which I really hope it does, because I really have had unlimited fun with this. Maybe down the line you could put some other things in there. I think it would be a fun thing to do, like have a duel. Me and you like at a port, and we have our pistols, and we go back to back, and we do like 3 paces, turn around, and like do a duel or something.
That would be crazy.
Other things like that, man. You know, I think it's a really fun game, and hope more people check it out. It seems like some people in chat were talking about, trying to play it now. What day is it officially available?
16th.
16th?
Yeah, which will be Friday, with early access as we're recording right now, open right now today.
There it is. Yeah. So shout out to Ubisoft for making a very fun game. I've had the privilege of playing along with James. Thanks for all the fun stuff there. We'll probably be playing some more throughout the week, hopefully. Let's do some more events and stuff, because tell them about the Twitch event they got going on right now.
Oh man, so they have what they're calling is a Twitch extension you can add to your stream. So if Mario or myself are streaming, we have this extension, we can coordinate attacks and stuff based off of what the extension is showing us to take down, and is based on your region. So North American region, hey, we got this thing we got to take down at a certain amount of time. Let's do it. If we take it down, we get a certain amount of points. We get these points. You get rewards in game. And so there's a total, I believe, of 6 to 8 rewards total for the 8 days this promotion is going to be going, from the 13th to the 20th. And if you stream a certain amount of hours, so if you stream 2 hours and 48 hours, you get something. And if you, with the extension, and if you do some other stuff, but overall, it's a great way to bring in the community that is streaming, but also those streamers bring in their community to help them, and you can get your fleet. And so, like me, Mario, and maybe even Sean, for example, or Janessa, we all come together, get the Marauders, and we go out and take care of those things. We all get points towards our fleets, but that will total up to points for North America if we're all in North America region. So it's just a pretty cool like leaderboard type thing that isn't, needed. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but is a great way to bring people together, get excited about the game that is releasing, and has been a lot of fun so far when playing with the community. They also have certain drops that are live for people with certain customizations for your ships and for your character. And overall, the marketing has been pretty well done. They even got what's her name from Fast X to play the game.
Oh yeah.
Vin Diesel's girl in the movies and stuff. So a lot of excitement. Obviously, there's some negativity based off of just people having opinions, but everybody who we've interacted with on Twitch and rated and dropped in the chat and stuff have just been having an amazing time, and even people watching it seem to be engaged with it. So I hope it does well, and I hope it brings people together, which is what you always want with a game like this.
Well, heck yeah. If you guys want to see more Skull and Bones content, be sure to check out James on Twitch, twitch.tv/expectogo. You'll be going to Thursday. What's your schedule for the rest of the week?
I'll probably stream to Wednesday morning, but yeah, Thursday night, if nothing comes up, I'll be live 6:30 Eastern, going in and playing till 8:39, and trying to build up my ship so I can get the blueprints and stuff I need so my weapons can be
Let's go. Get those double torpedo
Yes.
action. Let's
Yes.
go. I'm ready for it, man. So yes, of course, tune in to get those drops and other fun stuff on James's side. So let's end the show here with, it's our favorite time of the night, the time we get to almost go home, but also it's time for your nonsense draft. Each week we go head-to-head to fantasy football style draft, where we pick completely off-the-wall teams relating to that week's topic. You, the listeners, get to decide who assembled the best team by voting in our new Nonsense Draft channel over on Friggin Nerds' official Discord server each and every week. Tonight, we are drafting Fandom Pirate Crews.
Oh my gosh.
Since we're talking about Skull and Bones, since we're in a pirate mood, we're each going to take any fandom character, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Harry Potter, whoever, to put on your fantastic fandom pirate crew. Before we get into that, let's talk about last week. Last week, we drafted games that deserve a remake. I said Metal Gear Solid 1, 007 Nightfire, Gargoyles, The Lion King, Banjo-Kazooie, Star Wars Racer's Revenge. James said Order of the Phoenix, Mario Kart Double Dash, Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Oh, I should have picked that. And Duck Hunt. So the final...
Duck Hunt, I forgot about that.
Duck Hunt was a good one. So obviously I think that might have done well for James because the final scores this week were merely 3-1. And James took the 3.
Yes, let's go.
Second time in a row, this guy's W.
Go.
W's on top of W's. Look at this.
Call me butter because we are on a roll.
See, that's what you need. You need a Mike and Britt to be out of here so you can start winning some drafts, I think. I think that's the issue here. But anyways, of course, you, the chat, you guys can also help us get some ideas when we're drafting these things. We have 6 things here, so we're going to need some help because usually we're used to the 4. So I'm going to flip here. Of course, we got the Entei token. James, would you like your usual tails, or do you want?
Yep, tails never fails.
Tails never fails. Let's see what's he this week. Oh, yep, tails. Aladdin, not tails.
Let's go.
So you're getting the first pick. James, who's going to be your first mate on the SS Expecto?
You have to. Like, this is a no-brainer. Captain Jack Sparrow. Like, come on.
He's got it.
Let's go. Like,
He's got it.
That is the only pick.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But all right. So me next here. Yeah, do I go obvious with this? I feel like you gotta have a little bit of fun too. We gotta think of some.
Oh yeah.
Some other.
I got some random stuff.
So I think I'm gonna go with my next pick here.
But and if you guys got any suggestions, chat as per usual. Can't wait. Oh my gosh! But you have heard of me.
Let's see. I see. Oh, Cat. You know what? Yeah, Jack Sparrow is overrated. I'm gonna go with Captain Barbosa.
Ooh.
Sparrow is overrated, man.
Ooh. Barbosa. Okay. So I got the wild card already because every team needs a wild card. So, oh my God! No, we gotta get
only if it's David. All if it's Davy Jones from the Monkees.
Oh my gosh, Davy Jones would be great. All right, so we got the wild card with Jack Sparrow, right? So we actually need a leader. Yes, I'm the captain. I'm the captain and stuff.
I'm the captain now.
I need someone who I can trust and who, who knows just everything. And we talked about him earlier. I'm going with Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. And he's not only smart enough to, help me with any problem. His abilities of stretching and reaching everywhere on the ship. I mean, come on, man. Like, he's just going to be clutch. So going with my boy Reed as my first mate, or as you would say, my Spock. Ooh. To Kirk. Was it Kirk?
Oh, you're
Spock
Captain Kirk.
Ooh, Spock would be a good one.
Spock would be a great one.
Spock would be a great one.
All right.
Ooh, I could do Star Trek. Ooh.
You could do some good Star Trek ones. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna go a little interesting here. Since we're dipping into superheroes, as rough as he did in the box office, I'm gonna go with Aquaman. Because that's perfect. If I have an issue up ahead,
that is a good one.
If I got sea creatures bothering me, Aquaman can talk them down.
Pick.
Got to put Aquaman in there.
That is a great pick. Oh, that is a great pick. Yeah, we're countering with Namor. Let's go. Let's go.
Whoa. What a
Who's the
pick.
true king of Atlantis?
Yeah, let's go.
Namor the Submariner.
Wow.
The original mutant.
Nice. I hope he gets involved with Deadpool too somehow. Okay. Oof, man. Okay.
Ooh, Damia. That's a good one.
Ooh, that is a good one too.
Brutus. Oh my gosh. Chat.
All right, I need to think of. Let's see.
I'm going with that one.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go Disney. You don't know it because it's something people have been really on you about, which you should react to the second trailer when it eventually comes out. I gotta go with Moana.
Oh, do they have powers or something?
She's like, well, she like knows how to like wave find and stuff.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't have superpowers, but she knows how to navigate in the sea and all that.
Okay.
So,
I'm stealing this one from Corgi Dad.
oh,
Popeye.
Oh, Popeye the Sailor Man.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Yeah.
Ooh, I might get some Popeyes tomorrow. You know, I was a little mad that they called Kim Jong for the Popeyes commercial Super Bowl. They didn't call me. I was a little heated. All right, Popeye for the fourth pick for James. Let's see. Okay. My pirate ship, my pirate crew. Sometimes we're going to hit islands, right? And things are going to get a little heavy, right? I need to get someone out there that's going to help me out with lifting stuff. So I'm going to go with... Not Hulk, he's too crazy. I'm going to go Hercules.
Ooh, nice.
Hercules. Disney Hercules, by the way.
Disney Hercules. Not the live action TV series.
Yeah. Although Roy Kent's playing Hercules whenever that may happen, but
whenever, yeah. I think I have the pick of the night right here.
Uh-oh.
You got it. I'm surprised this wasn't my number one pick. Aang, the last airbender. Ooh. But Aang who can control all the elements. Ooh. Wind, air, water, fire. Aang. I mean, Aang is going to be my ultimate defense. Any fire coming at me, bend it. Any water coming at me, bend it. Any wind coming at me, bend it. We need more wind, bend it. Aang.
Bend it. I got a counter to that. I'm gonna go with.
No, there's no counter. What are you talking about?
Oh, absolutely a counter. Well, one counter with wind, because you got me thinking. In my opinion, one of the best Zelda games is Zelda Wind Waker. Do you ever play Wind Waker?
Wind Waker.
And he's got the wand. Yeah. He can control the wind, to go any direction he wants. So I'm going to go with Link from Zelda's Wind Waker.
But Aang can bend it, so it doesn't
bend it.
Using a wand, like he was an atmosphere charm. Aang is bending it. We're bending.
I mean,
everything.
Whatever. I take what I can.
And the ultimate counter, Mario, is what I'm going to pick right here. Is this my last pick? I think it is.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the last one.
The ultimate counter to bending it with Aang is Aurora Monroe, aka Storm. What are we doing here? Ooh. How has Storm not been picked? Storm. Her literal name is Storm. We got somebody over there, hurricane. Oh, we got somebody over there, tornado. We got somebody over there, typhoon.
Bend it.
We got somebody over there, lightning. We need more wind, hurricane. Come on.
That's gotta be a t-shirt. Got a problem? Bend it.
Bend it.
Oh man. All right, now I'm suffering here. Let's see.
They say you took the worst late
Get out of here. Get out of here. The worst link. Get out of here. Get out of here, dude. Oh
my god.
All right.
One Piece world. I wanted to go One Piece, but I don't think a lot. I still feel like not enough people know who the characters are. Because Luffy is just like easy, but I don't know if enough people know. But yeah, they would survive in the One Piece world. Thank you, Princess. Right. I appreciate that.
All right.
Zoro, yes. Yes.
Oh man. Okay. This is my last pick.
Okay.
Let's see. So Captain Barboza, he's always going to help me keep everybody in line. Aquaman's going to be like my guy checking out issues. Mm-hmm. He sees a whale, bend it. Moana's my wayfinder, obviously. Hercules is obviously helped me pick stuff up and stuff.
Yeah.
Link is controlling the wind. So I think I need like a weapon specialist or something, because we got some issues happening with, if we get some ships on us, who's gonna fire the cannons. So I'm gonna go with, oh man, who's gonna run my cannons?
Yo, there's only one answer.
There's a couple answers.
Okay.
Because if there's one person I'm thinking of, I'm more thinking this too much because of what he can build. I'm doing it. Tony Stark is going to develop my weapons.
I was about to say,
yeah. I was going between either Iron Man himself or just Tony Stark in general.
Yeah.
So Tony Stark's my weapon specialist, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the game.
I might need a sub. A
sub?
Yeah, I might need to switch.
For who?
Wait, who's on my team? First and foremost.
So you have Jack Sparrow, Reed Richards, Namor, Popeye, Aang, and Storm. Who are you gonna switch? You got a pretty solid team there.
That's what I'm saying. I like the Tinkerbell pick though.
That's a good one. I like
the Tinkerbell pick though. The flying ship. I mean, we wouldn't need it, honestly.
But it's an option.
With bending it and, Hurricane, Twister, Typhoon. But I love the Tinkerbell pick though. And Tinkerbell's a fighter. Like, she can get out her little sword and like go to work. Who's on my team again?
Jack Sparrow, Reed Richards, Namor, Popeye, Aang, and Storm.
Grand Moff.
Oh, Grand Moff. Oh, yeah. You may fire when ready.
Oh, my. No. What's his name? From Ahsoka. The villain, Thrawn.
Oh, Thrawn would have been interesting, too.
But that's Reed. Reed's taking that spot. You know what? I'm taking out...
Oh, man.
Namor. I'm putting Tinkerbell there.
Interesting.
I'm putting Tinkerbell there.
Take out Namor?
Yeah, I'm taking out Namor. I'm putting Tinkerbell there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got enough people who control the seas and stuff like that, so I'm not worried about that.
Okay. All right. Well, final teams for this week's Fandom Pirate Crew. Good night, Magica. Me, I got Captain Barboza, Aquaman, Moana, Hercules, Link from Wind Waker, and Tony Stark. James has Jack Sparrow, Reed Richards, late entry, Tinkerbell, Popeye the Sailor Man, Aang the Airbender, and Storm. gracious. We got some ridiculous teams here. I'm ready for it. You guys can vote over on our Discord. Just look for the Nonsense Draft channel and vote for which team you think deserves the W here. But with that being said, guys, this has been the Friggin Nerds Podcast for this week. If you guys enjoyed what you listened to, be sure to subscribe over on our YouTube, youtube.com/Friggin Nerds Media. You can find the show that drops on Thursdays over on Spotify and YouTube. If you want to join us live and talk to us and hang out with us and comment on news stories as they're happening, join us 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday over on twitch.tv/Friggin Nerds Media. But until then, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go hang out for a few minutes for our exclusive post show they can only see live on Twitch. Until then, guys, stay friggin' nerdy. I've been Mario.
I've been Friggin Nerd James.
You guys have been friggin' awesome. Until next time, stay
friggin' nerdy.